Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. This is Brent Cousins reporting from the Hollywood Hills. We got a big episode for you tonight. We're just getting started. Let's roll the first clip for tonight. All right, guys, let's roll this again. Look at this. We're seeing some very strange orbs kind of pirouetting with each other, and they seem to be in connection. And these unknown objects are just remaining above the sky over a small neighborhood, and we're looking at something kind of incredible. Look at these lights. These orbs of energy seem to connect, and near the end of the video is when things turn amazing. Look how these things are merging together. They seem to basically become one. Look at this. Now we have one orb, one single orb, and it disappears and just vanishes from thin air. What are we looking at, guys? This is the phenomenon. This is what Third Phase of Moon shares on a daily basis. Let's roll this clip one more time because I'm pretty fascinated by what we're looking at here. We're seeing these two orbs kind of at a distance away from each other. Then they become like aware, and they're like, hey, I see you and you see me, and then there seem to be almost communicating with each other. This is incredible footage. What are we looking at, guys? This person, I wonder what he saw or she saw in the beginning of the video that caught their eye, because they're looking at something and she or he pulled out their camera and caught something amazing. Look at these things, the conjunction. That's what we're seeing right here. They're becoming a one. Are these orbs energy? They seem almost living, almost biological, because what I was looking at there was kind of a communication. It seemed like where they're aware of each other and they wanted to make contact. And it's kind of like when ants, you see them, they start to crawl and they start to communicate with each other, and then they put their little antennas to each other and they pass a message. And this is what it kind of looks like. They're kind of passing a message to each other. They make contact right there, and then they just slightly separate, and then they're like, all right, I understand what you want. It seems like there's some sort of intelligence. What are we looking at, guys? Because have you ever seen anything like this? These two orbs are not, Chinese lanterns. I'm ruling that out. And look at them. They make this connection again, and it just turns into one orb. This is incredible footage. We're just getting started right here at Third Phase of Moon, so smash that thumbs up. Tonight's episode, it's gonna rock. There's things in this episode that's gonna blow you away. We got a TR3B, a possible TR3B that was captured, and a lot more on the table. So I got the new clip in. Let's just roll it and see what we got here. All right, check this out.
Mira, qué loco este ovni. ¿Habías visto algo parecido?
Dang, if this is real footage, it's badass. Look at it. We're gonna slow this down and take a close look. That looks like an apparent TR3B. It almost looks like there's a body that you can see, the black mass, the triangular shaped craft, and the lights just popping off like it's a Christmas tree on steroids, and it's right there floating above the treetop. I'm digging it, but I don't know. Is this AI? I'm not so sure. It's looking pretty legitimate. AI is getting pretty good out there, but I really like the action on this, the camera action, and even the lens flares seem to be matching. Here it is again. We're gonna slow it down, and you see the lens flare on the left there, kind of bouncing in and out. It looks like it looks legit. It looks like it's being captured from an iPhone, and then we're seeing these lights, these array of lights that are in the shape of basically the infamous TR3B. Look at this thing, but it could be maybe too good to be true. And when it looks too good to be true, you got to ask the question: is this, legitimate footage? And you know what? Sometimes I say if I'm kind of a betting man, and I'm not sure if I'd lay money on this. What's your thoughts, guys? Is this the legendary TR3B that was captured on film, or could this be a hoax? The rays of light kicking off this thing look pretty cool, but that could be done artificially. I'm not sure. Again, guys, what are we looking at? I'm still on the fence on this one, but we got more videos that just came in. So I got that right there in the timeline. I'm going to just put it there for you all to see. So let's just check this one out. All right, this was just captured this week over the nuclear power plant Fukushima, and we all know what happened there, where a tidal wave wiped it out, and it's still decommissioned. But we're looking at something strange: a fleet of UFOs that are surrounding the Fukushima plant, and this is pretty wild. What are they doing there? Is this UFOs that are checking out something that basically was really devastating to our world and our ocean? And look at this fleet. It seems to be surrounding it. Look at that one approach to the right. That was a good close-up right there. Again, we're seeing the phenomenon which has been talked about in the news, that these orbs of light, or whatever they are flying over our nuclear facilities around the world. And here's clear proof that we're seeing something right there over Fukushima in Japan. And this is just insane footage right here. All right, let's roll this clip that caught my eye. We're looking at a close-up of these apparent UFOs flying over the nuclear power plant over there. And that was interesting. This doesn't look like your typical drone, in my opinion, as it makes its way right over that power plant over there in Japan, Fukushima. Wild stuff. What's your opinion? Are UFOs, what's your reason going over these sensitive areas around the planet? Are they there to collect energy to, power up their spaceships, or is there a concern on their end? We just don't know the answer to that. And that's why we're going to follow this story that's kind of breaking out of Japan. All right, new videos that just came on the plate. So let's just serve it up right here. Take a look. All right, this video didn't last very long, but the camera person had a short opportunity to film this phenomenon in the sky. What in the world are we looking at? Some people might say it looks like, a necklace with the cross at the bottom of it that's just falling through the sky, but that's not the case. I don't know what this is. I don't think they're balloons. Balloons don't behave like this, and I've never seen anything like a balloon being shaped like that. And the way it just stays, it has its rigidness too. It's rigid, it's stiff, it's not moving or oscillating. This is just curious footage. What is it, guys? I don't know if it's any technology to do with this. It could be biological, or it could be maybe biblical, a statement. Who knows? But look at this. It's up there in the sky, and it's large. I'm saying about 40, 50 feet, maybe a little smaller, but it's not small. And this thing's just falling, descending to the ground over there. Good capture right here. We're looking at something pretty darn cool, in my opinion. All right, like I said, it's a packed episode right here at Third Phase Moon. So we're just getting started. Buckle up and smash that thumbs up if you haven't. And if you haven't subscribed, if you're new to this channel, I suggest you hit that subscription button right now. Okay, did you just see that? Let's play it again. Snap. This is incredible footage. Look at the speed of this object. You see it at a distance. We're going to slow it down so we can just get a close look. But look how fast this is in real time. When you see that kind of it almost looks like this thing's moving at light speed. But could this be the Tic Tac traveling at 30,000 miles an hour? That's what it would kind of look like. And wow, look at that streak of light it leaves right over the neighborhood. This is just the proof that we're looking at phenomenon and capabilities of technology that is beyond imagination. I really like that light display that it flashed right there on the ground. But yeah, I'm gonna just play it a few times, loop it, and this is incredible. That's real-time footage right when you see it. Let me show it to you right now. Boom. And it's faster than a blink of an eye. If you blink your eye, you may miss it. But wow, we're looking at proof of something foreign, of technology that hasn't been shown to us, or it's hidden, or something otherworldly. What are we looking at, guys? What's your take on this one? I'm digging this video quite a bit. It's just darn cool. All right, new videos. It just popped in on the radar. Roll it. Sent this to us and they wanted to get our opinion, and this is some of the best footage that I've seen of the phenomenon. It looks almost like something ghostly, like it's just there and you could barely make out like it's materializing out of thin air and showcasing itself. But this is, in my opinion, a circumstance of just atmospheric optical phenomena that kind of resembles that, the rainbow arcs, and basically it's light refracting through, tiny ice crystals. And we've seen this phenomenon before. Now I got another one in Q2 as well, just to show an example right after this video. But have you ever seen anything like this? This is, I would want to get right up to that thing and kind of touch it. Maybe I'd say, get in there and just get right in the middle of that thing and take a picture. But this is breathtaking, and it's really just a beautiful sight. And maybe people might think, seeing this back in the day, they wouldn't know what to really, they wouldn't understand what they're looking at. They might think it's something otherworldly, or maybe again biblical, who knows. But yeah, what a perfect capture under the array of these rare optical phenomena that basically don't happen very often. All right, I'm gonna roll another one. Watch this. Look how it bends the light and the arc. It's just massive, and you can see kind of these other prism action happening within this massive circle of the again, another phenomenon happening. And what a great capture by people. They see it, they recognize it, they know this is not normal, and they pull over on the side of the road. And look, it's even behind them. This is kind of like a 360 panel vision of just this beautiful display that's happening on planet Earth. Yeah, I don't think this obviously has anything to do with the aliens or maybe Project Bluebeam. I think this is just natural events, and if you capture something amazing like this, we'd love to look at this, because I've never seen this before, and I just like the way he turned the camera basically a 180, and right there, right behind him, he's seen, you know, just another arc of this incredible display that's happening. All right, guys. Yeah, it was a busy day for me in Hollywood. Had to do a lot of things, but I managed to put together this episode for you, and I'm so glad I did. Pretty exciting stuff. Now, we just wanted to give you a heads up that Asymmetric Disclosure is dropping June 24th, 2025. Watch a trailer and get the pre-order link. It's in the description below.
You're either on the side of the law or you're not.
The only way you're going to get to it is somebody at that executive level that says enough is enough, cut the money off, bring these people in, let's go.
This is not to be talked about any further. And if you do, something can happen.
All we need is one to be accurate. And this whole concept of UFO crash retrieval non-existing completely falls apart.
Everybody wants to be in there. Can you give any kind of sneak peek of what that's like?
That organization has had the ability since the 60s to hit a button and simulate an alien attack on the planet using these technologies.
Serious questions that I've made a growing number of drone sightings.
How do you set up a believable false flag and operations that looks like it's alien when it isn't?
So when it happens, they're not shocked, they're not stunned. They can say, oh, we knew this was going to happen.
Which is potentially the most dangerous, where they're talking about quote unquote catastrophic disclosure.
They put it into secrecy, they deny, and then they shut the people up.
And the president doesn't know about. That is an existential threat to humanity.